Hey guys, my name is Sadie Rose and I'm one of the instructors here at CKO, and my background is actually in athletic training, which is sports medicine. And so today we are going to be giving a little bit of instruction on how to do a self facial massage.
Yeah, and my name's Anita Joy Edwards, and my background's in occupational therapy. I've worked both in the rehab and the prevention side for 25 years now. So yeah, we are super excited to bring in this Sadie, it's kind of a funny thing because quite often we don't even know that we're subconsciously giving ourselves a indication of calming when we put our hands on our forehead like this, or even something like this.
Resting. A big indicator for me, I hold a lot of my tension and stress in my throat and in my neck, and I find that my tongue is on the roof of my mouth all the time. So that's something I've been a lot more aware of, and going, okay, if you're feeling your tongue pressing up constantly through the day, you're probably stressed. So we're gonna show a couple techniques that you hopefully can use to mitigate some of that tension that you're holding in your beautiful face.
Yes, we will. And I want you to start off, Sadie, but I want to kind of pull off from something that you shared in terms of you vulnerably sharing some things that you do. We naturally have these things that we do to self-regulate ourselves in moments of stress. And some of you may already know what those things are. Some may have already sought medical advisement, like maybe clenching teeth at night, but they can even be other things that we do naturally. Our body just kind of takes over to self-regulate our nervous system to get us to that state of calm.
Yes.
So let's talk about facial.
Yeah, and ways really to interrupt some of that tension that we tend to hold in our face. And the reason we're focusing on face right now, you can do these techniques to your entire body really, but I like to focus on face because I think during this time, this is where a lot of our tension is coming, especially if we are unable to have our normal exercise routine. So I feel like this is a good technique to be able to use in a lot of different areas. But so first and foremost, you want to be really gentle with your face, but you are your own guide. So the first piece is exploring. So you're poking around your face, and you should ideally be using your fourth finger because it's your weakest one. So you want to be gentle to your facial skin. But if you just poke around and you feel the difference between bony pieces or soft tissue pieces, that's a really good spot to start. So you're scanning. Okay. So I'm finding, like right here, a little bit more sensitive than other areas. So you can do a couple different things. When you find an area that's a little tight, either you feel it tight or it's just a little bit more sensitive. You can either hold on that spot. This is considered a trigger point or a tender point release. Tender points are parts of your muscle that are either actually bound up in tissue or just really, really sensitive. We can have them, like I said, throughout our body, but we especially can have them in our chewing muscles, our masseter muscles right here. We often can hold them in our temporal muscles. Your temporalis is on the side, or even our frontalis, where your forehead is. So finding that spot and holding that pressure is an excellent way to release it. You're going to hold 10 to 15 seconds until that point releases, and then continue moving on. Another technique you can do is actually press and go through a range of motion. So let's say if I have a tender point here, I can actually go through jaw ranges of motion while I'm holding some pressure there to help release that tension in the face. The last one, I'm going to give this piece of advice to everybody because it's amazing, but you have the center right between your eyebrows is a connection point for a lot of soft tissue. So your whole body's made of soft tissue, and it's connected by what we call fascia. So think of it like a web that connects all the muscles. And you have a lot of connection points to muscles and soft tissue in your face right in between your eyes, which is exactly why a lot of people go, when they're stressed, right? So this is a great spot. I like to either just take two fingers and you just kind of sink into it. You just kind of let your face relax, or you can do one and pushing and kind of pulling up at the same time. Feels incredible. And these are just great ways to help relax the tension.
They are. And when I just was doing that, Sadie, while you're talking, I was thinking, this is kind of like when someone, when you get your hair done,
Yes.
and they're combing your hair and you're just thinking, oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Or just like a nice, gentle,
Mhm.
like back
Yeah,
scratch.
so that's you just very gentle touches.
The goal is to disrupt the tension. So we're not looking for more tension. We're looking for a disruption of that tension, finding ways to help relax.
Yes.
Beautiful facial muscles.
Good. Fantastic. Let us know what you think when you try it. Leave a comment.
Yeah.
We'd be interested to hear what you have to say. Good. Thanks, Sadie.